Ancient technology: could ancient cultures soften stone? Is it possible that ancient cultures possessed thousands of years ago now lost technology that allowed them to soften stone? According to numerous researchers, the answer is yes. Is it possible that the countless megalithic sites around the globe were built with the help of a now lost technology? What if in the distant past, thousands of years ago, ancient cultures from South America, Asia, Egypt and another part of the world, put in their possession an ancient method that allowed them to transport, cut and molded megalithic stones to their desire? There are numerous inexplicable sites around the globe, and the most noteworthy to mention are Stonehenge, the Pyramids of Giza, Lantambo, Puma Punku, and Sacsayhuaman. At all of those places, ancient mankind managed to somehow perfectly place huge blocks of stone weighing hundreds of tons. These marvelous stones are so heavy that modern-day machinery can hardly move and put them into position. This is why we ask, is it possible that ancient cultures in Peru and Bolivia had a technology that allowed them to modify stone and soften it? This would have allowed them to modify and construct huge structures without the need of modern-day tools. According to a number of researchers like Jean-Pierre de Jong, Christopher Jordan Jesus Gombra, some of the granite walls in Cuzco are the ultimate evidence that ancient cultures managed to heat at a very high temperature different stones. This unknown process vitrified the surface of the blocks, turning them into giant glassy and smooth structures. Based on these and other observations, Jordan and Gombra conclude that ancient man possessed an advanced device which allowed them to melt stone blocks, which were then placed into position and allowed to cool down next to hard, jigsaw polygonal blocks that were already in place, forming an extraordinary puzzle that defies rational understanding today. The end product, perfectly molded stone, would remain fixated against other stones in a nearly perfect manner, giving an impression as if these megalith stones were melted into position. When fixated, these stones were so precisely placed that not a single sheet of paper could fit in between them. All of this was achieved thousands of years ago. However, researchers like Jong and Jordan believe that not only did cultures in ancient Peru and Bolivia possess the technology of melting stone, they believe that evidence of similar technology can be found all around the globe. If the ancient did, in fact, have the ability to soften the stone, it would certainly explain the countless ancient structures belonging not only to Paranca and Inca cultures but the Maya, Aztecs, and Olmecs that inhabited Central and South America. Before disproving the theory that the ancient had in their possession sophisticated means by which they softened stone, consider that many of the ancient complexes in the Americas bear incredibly strange markings that could be explained by tooling the surface while it was still soft. Some of the stones we are discussing are truly immense and are nearly impossible to maneuver into position using today's technologies. Also, it is important to consider that many ancient Inca sites have stones and walls that have up to 12 and 13 perfect angles on their visible surface. Below that and the hidden sections, these stones redefine the word perfect. Better yet is the fact that even with today's extremely advanced technology, it is impossible for engineers and architects to replicate walls such as those found at Sacsayhuaman. In the book Exploration Fawcett, Colonel Fawcett tells a story of how these incredible stones were softened. And while many people believe that a plant's liquid can melt stone is something ludicrous, modern scientists are still unable to explain how the megalithic stones of sites like Sacsayhuaman, Lantambo, and Puma Punku were built. Maybe, after all, tree is an ancient technology that has been lost through time. We really hope you enjoyed this video and don't forget to share it with your friends. Thank you.